And shout out DMX. We still miss you. We love you. Shout out to his family. Welcome back to
Token Tuesday.
Token Tuesday. No, it's not Token Tuesday. It's Toe Drag Tuesday with
Meat Stick.
and Jipper Jones.
Started off as Token Tuesday.
What episode is it?
12.
We said 12 last week, but it's actually 12 this week. Our bad.
We always admit our mistakes, and we're here, and we would like you to
Subscribe.
Like, subscribe.
Subscribe.
And please share it. We have a Facebook group. Even if you don't like the episodes, get your friends on the Facebook group because we have tons of sports we're sharing, and you'll love it.
Go fuck yourself. Just kidding. We love everybody.
No, if they don't like it, then yeah.
Go fuck
you're right.
themselves.
I wish
Yeah.
there was a button for that.
Beep. Subscribe.
Now, we have an interesting show today. We have yesterday's games, today's games. We have the points, the goals, the assists, like usual. And this week, there was the trade deadline, so we have a lot of news for you guys. And we love our fans, and we're going to bring you that news.
Yep, that's what we're here for. I don't know much about the trades. I know some of the trades. That's where Meat Stick comes in. It's his specialty. But let's fire off the games from last night. Toronto at Montreal.
Montreal won.
I had Toronto, but Jack Campbell can't win
All of them.
all the games in a row.
Actually, it's funny that he lost that game because Carey Price carried the record for the
Win streak.
But he beat that record.
yeah, and then we lost to Montreal, so it was fitting.
But he wasn't playing.
It was a fitting way to lose a streak.
Yeah. It's like the original 6 hockey gods. Woo.
Could you imagine Montreal Toronto
Yeah.
conference this year?
Woo.
Well, it won't be conference, but divisional final. Like,
Edmonton.
At least we get to take a Canadian team out this
Yeah.
year.
And then also last night, Winnipeg at Ottawa. Ottawa was victorious, but holy Patrick Laine.
that went to overtime?
Did you see his coast to coast? No, it wouldn't have gone over. No, it wouldn't have gone over.
I think
to
Ottawa
overtime.
had the slaughter, actually. It was
No,
like,
it was 4-2. 4-2 for Ottawa.
And we've been talking about it all year.
But Patrick
Ottawa,
Laine got 2 goals, and one was coast to coast. Nasty.
well, that's
no, it wasn't Laine. Laine's not on Winnipeg no more.
Oh, yeah, Columbus.
He was the other one. I know who you're talking about.
No, I don't.
No, wasn't it
Laine.
Dubas?
no. Lane had the Columbus game against Chicago.
Yeah, Laine went.
Yeah. See,
Went
I always
there.
get them mixed up. Pierre-Luc Dubois and freaking Laine, Winnipeg and Columbus.
Well, that's why we put these episodes
But you know what I
out,
mean.
because we're ourselves.
But that's the thing. Like I said Winnipeg, but I meant Columbus against Chicago, not Ottawa.
But Ottawa versus Winnipeg, we've been telling you all year, Ottawa's a team to watch out for. They get those pesky wins. If you're a betting man, it's hard to go against Ottawa because they have those games where it's like, wow. They have the German, this,
Stutzel,
and then they have Brady Tkachuk, which is,
like hard-nosed player, gets his head down and does the dirty work. You know.
as a Toronto fan, as a Canadian fan anywhere, Vancouver has their problems with them. If you're talking about a player a lot and you're like, I hate that guy,
He's doing his job.
you would love to have him on your team. Face
Yep.
it, when Marchand's playing for Team Canada,
You love him.
you love him. But when he's playing with Boston, you hate him. So that's how I feel about Ottawa.
And if you don't, you're not a true hockey fan.
Ottawa next year, team to watch out for.
And years to come.
Well-deserved victory. Keep it going,
So yeah,
Ottawa.
4-2. So my bad. So I'm going to Columbus and Chicago now. I picked Chicago last night. Chicago won, but Columbus, those 2 goals by Patrick Laine, my bad. I can admit my fault. Nasty goal, coast to coast.
Learning
all
a
the way.
lot off that Fortnite, isn't he?
I guess so. Getting benched did him some good.
Again, Columbus, great team. You can say whatever you want about Torts. If Torts coached the Leafs right now, we would have 2 Stanley Cups. I'm telling you right now, with that talent. The only reason we lost to Columbus in the playoffs last year was because of Tortorella. He was a better coach, more experienced, and he did really well.
Yeah, not a lot of people know how clutch coach is, but
But
makes a
we'll
big
get
difference,
into
chemistry.
Columbus and Toronto in a bit because we have a
Yeah.
lot to talk about with
Then
that.
we got Detroit at Carolina, the Canes. Obviously, we both would have picked the Canes on that one.
Actually,
and, holy moly!
I'll put it
Detroit.
up
I'll put it up on my.
Instagram, Meat Stick.
I chose Detroit last night, and I won that.
Nice pick. All right, I would have went Carolina, so Detroit won. I think it was like 4-1 or 5-2, something like that.
Well, I looked at it as the
Decent
trade
game.
deadline too, because you never at trade deadline every team's a different team. You can't really
Missing
go for
guys, adding guys.
yeah. And now you have to wait the 14-day quarantine, or I think they lessened it to a week.
Depending, yeah. Well, Riddick, he's a Canadian, right? So he was okay. But if you're Canadian to America, or
Was it
America,
Richie or Riddick?
I think it's Riddick. But we'll Google that and find out. But I'm pretty sure it's Riddich or Riddick.
I'll call it Richie Rich.
All right, Richie Riddick. And then we have Arizona, the Yotes. Oh, woo, 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 at the Colorado Avalanche. And
Colorado?
Colorado every day.
Not every day.
I love the Yotes, but yeah, when they're healthy, they're a wagon.
Actually, I'm a Toronto fan, so Toronto's always going to be my number one pick for the Stanley Cup.
Oh, definitely.
But to be realistic, Colorado is due.
Tampa Bay, Vegas, Colorado, watch out.
Yeah, they
You heard it here first. Tampa Bay, Vegas, Colorado, watch out.
Vegas. Man, we'll get into
But-
that too.
Yeah, they stocked up. Yeah, Vegas at LA last night. Vegas won.
LA's another team that's
Surprise,
going to catch
surprise.
up, though.
Yeah, they're like dumping players, like decent players, right? And,
I'm not saying that
they're
to
trying
make
to
you
get some
feel better,
prospect.
though.
Oh,
'Cause I
I'm
know
okay.
LA's your team, and you just seen Leafs go through a rebuild that hurts.
I'm like you said, I'm a Leafs fan at heart, so like I've gone through the loss. Like I'm used to it.
I was actually
When the Raptors won, I was like, I mean, you were downtown at the parade ripping it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we would be there like dyed blue, missing work for a week.
I know how it
100%.
feels, though. Like, I'm a
sucks.
Colorado fan and
It's
a
like, I'm a
Toronto
Miami
fan.
Dolphins fan. Like they lose, like fuck.
Toronto took a little bit longer, but Colorado was in a bit of a rebuild, too, for a while. So when both your teams are rebuilding, it hurts.
It's long. It's a
You're
long time.
cheering for Montreal.
Yeah. So Vegas beat LA last night. Kopitar, my boy, freaking Belarus, killing it. Pretty sure it's Belarus, but Marc-Andre Fleury, that guy's just flowers on another level. And then Anaheim at San Jose. Anaheim beat them.
Is Leonard or for Vegas going back? Leonard is their backup goalie?
Backup goal, yeah.
Well, they share the night. He's not even really backup. They share it.
No, when Fleury's playing like that, you don't take him out.
I know. But Leonard's still injured, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He had a lower body injury, I believe, too. So lower bodies are kind of more difficult because your legs, your strength, you got to bend in
You're a
net.
goalie. Yeah.
It's very common.
Yep. And then, so those are the games from last night. Those were our
Anaheim
picks.
versus San Jose.
Yeah, Anaheim versus San Jose. Anaheim pumped. I think it was 4-1.
I don't know how Anaheim's pumping. I can't even name a player on their team.
Doesn't matter.
Even San Jose
stink.
too.
Yeah, like
Evander
that's the
Kane.
thing. They're West Coast teams. We don't see them as much, but
They're good teams
I
though.
would have picked San Jose to win. But I'm
If you put those two teams in
Getzlaf?
the East Coast,
I think Getzlaf's still there
do you think they'd do better?
in the East Coast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
East Division.
Partially better. I think the West Coast throws more weight around, more body checks and stuff like that, grit. Whereas like the East Coast is like speed, need for speed, and like sniping goals, like dirty tips.
I find the East has like 3 solid teams in each division, and like they're going to playoffs no matter what. Those bottom teams don't even think about it. Like
Yeah.
they're done. Which is Detroit, Buffalo. Like
And guys, don't forget to subscribe. Love it, like it, like it, like it. You know, subscribe. That was Monday night game last night. Then we got Tuesday. That's going on right now. I'll pull out the phone.
and also, if you
You-
see that little symbol right about here,
Click it.
click it.
If
and
your
it-
name is Gerald, we're gonna go through every name every week. If your name is Gerald, everybody should click it. But if your name is Gerald, spread the word. Tell 5 of your friends. Just click it.
Because we see
You can get
watching.
jerseys. You could have a Canada jersey like this. You could have a PSG jersey like this.
You said Gerald for a reason. We see you watching.
Yeah.
We see a
come
bunch
on.
of you watching. Now, every
Gerald,
weekend,
Gerald,
every
come
week,
on.
we're going to come out and call one of you guys out that watch but
Exactly.
don't subscribe.
And right when you thought you had us, we're gonna get you.
When you think you know the question, we change the answer.
We got you.
Wait, other way around. Roddy Piper. When you think you know the answer, we change the question.
Sometimes the sun and the moon need to meet.
Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan.
Woo! All right, so now let's run through the games. You run through the games. I got the scores here. We'll go with our picks, and then I'll tell us. The
And we'll
score.
give you some info, too. So, Toronto, Calgary. We're starting out with Richie Rich, as I say.
Yeah, Riddick. I'm picking Toronto tonight because they lost last night.
I'm picking Toronto, too. What's the updated score on that one, you know?
It's 2-1 for Calgary. 6:32 left in the second. So
Toronto's
lots of
in front.
time. We're gonna get that game on momentarily. Then we got the Rangers at New Jersey.
We gotta give one shout out though. It's Lucic's 1,000th game tonight,
And he scored.
and he got into a fight. So if he gets the assist,
Gordie Howe hat trick, baby.
woo!
Amazing.
Good, we came up with that right away.
Heck yeah, brother.
Came
And
some
then-
games.
Yeah, then we got New York Rangers at New Jersey. My pick, I had the Rangers.
I'd pick the Rangers. I'm gonna pick New Jersey because Rangers have a hard time with goaltenders, and Blackwood's a really good goaltender with a shitty team around him. But New Jersey made those trades.
Spanish
Yeah, and they made those trades, so a
Panarin.
lot of New Jersey players are not there today.
Fox.
So
Yeah, so I'm going Rangers for sure.
I'm gonna go with New Jersey though.
1-0 Rangers with 16:21 left in third. So that's a tight game. Then we got Buffalo at Boston. I got Boston.
You told me earlier both goalies are out, but it's Buffalo, so I'm gonna go Boston.
All right, Boston it is. They're up 2-1.
Taylor Hall playing today?
I went to check, but I can't see. But Boston's up 2-1. Let me look at the roster here. Oh, it won't even show me.
Taylor Hall got traded yesterday, and it wasn't even for a first. But then again, I'm just glad the Leafs never got him. Woo!
And Buffalo at Boston. Then we got Philadelphia at Washington.
Now this one's a tricky one because Philly hasn't been having the best year, but they have a really good team. So when they're on, they're on. When they're off, they're off. So craziness. It's all craziness.
Yep. I had Washington for sure because Washington's a wagon.
By the way, when we do this little monologue here, our sleeper's on the computer.
Yeah, for real.
So just bear with us. We're still learning. We're here for the talk.
Yeah, we're here for you guys. Subscribe, like it, love it. You already know.
So I'm gonna go with Philly tonight, just because I feel like they're supposed to lose.
Yeah, I'm going Washington just because Washington's better than Philly. And the score is 5-1 for Washington right now.
Yeah,
End of the second
I
period.
felt like they're supposed to lose, but some guys
Hey,
get
man,
a do.
some teams are just wagons. You already know.
Well, I got Detroit from a feeling last
And then the
night.
next game, who would you pick? Tampa Bay at Nashville.
Tampa Bay, of course, they're the highlight.
All right, and they're losing 3-0 to Nashville. We both had Tampa Bay, so there's another underdog pick, guys.
Well,
So
Nashville.
we're
has
not right all the time, but when we're right, you better be on time.
I'm gonna post we did some picks today. I'm gonna post it on my Instagram too. So if you guys want to see, same with Jippery, put it on his, so you guys could all see.
Yeah, lots of golf coming your way. The weather's in my direction. Went golfing last Saturday, golfing this Saturday, golfing next Saturday. That's it.
And get ready for 6 golf. A lot of ideas.
6
coming our way.
golf. Josh Shank Redemption, shout out. And then we got Florida at Dallas. You were picking Florida.
Florida.
I had Dallas, and it's 0-0, 8:32 in the first, so neither of us are right. And then
You have Philly and Pittsburgh there.
shit, Philly and Pittsburgh, yeah. Oh, Philly and Washington. Yeah, so that was a postponed game. I'm not wrong. Look, guys, it's on the score,
Oh, so that one was canceled. They just filled it in.
I guess.
Alright.
So Philly's getting pumped by Washington 5-1 right now, and Philly-Pittsburgh game's postponed.
Should have played Pittsburgh.
Battle of Pennsylvania. So those are the games for today, and those are our picks.
All right, so we'll go off on the points. You want me to start off like that?
Yeah, rhyme them all off, man.
So I'm gonna go through. We're gonna go through these ones quick, though. All right, this is just for you guys that do your bets, do your thing.
Yeah, it's Tuesday night, like just like you. It's the same Tuesday night for us.
So McDavid,
69ers.
69 points. Draisaitl, 61. Patrick Kane, that's a 59 or a 54.
54.
54. We have Matthews with 53 and Marner with 53,
Whew.
which that's 106 points. But
6 sports.
106 points between 2 players on our team. So that's nice.
Nasty.
Goals.
Go.
Having goals is the best way to have a future.
Boom. Red light on. Everything's good. Then the goals leaders, we got Austin Matthews. This guy is on another planet right now. He's got 32. Wow. And love you, bud. Keep it up there, Pedro. And then we got Rantanen from Colorado. He's 7 back with 25. Overtook Connor McDavid, who was like right behind Matthews. But Matthews is like, nah, bro, I'm out.
Edmonton's slowing down, though.
Yeah, bud. And Rantanen's got 25. McDavid's sitting there with 23. I think he was like at 21 or 23 last week. So
He's not.
looking a little stagnant there, Connor.
Matthews is doing this, and he's going like this. So.
Knock on wood, baby. Knock on wood. Keep it going, baby. We love Matthews. And then we got Draisaitl right behind McDavid with 22 goals. And then my guy, gray hair, don't care, long hair, gangster, like boom, Alexander Ovechkin with 21. The
He
Russian
must be closing into
beaut.
the next part of that record.
That
He
guy's-
must be.
all time.
Do you think he's gonna catch the Gretzky record?
I hope he does.
It's good for change,
I just love that guy.
You
He's a
look at-
natural born goal scorer.
You look at other sports, and like they don't have that next generational player, and I think Ovechkin. That's a very good pick to take over the Gretzky record.
If you guys have Instagram, like follow like Washington Capitals or Ovechkin, you see him in the hallway before they walk out to the ice. He's screaming and making these weird noises. Has like 10 different handshakes with 10 different guys on the team. Like that, he is just a beaut.
And I think when he won that
If you're
Stanley
a
Cup,
hockey fan, you know what a beaut is. He's a freaking beaut.
I think when he won that Stanley Cup, he was the most appreciated guy to win that cup. I think he took that in big
Hard
time.
work and dedication.
It took him a long time. You know why he deserved that cup?
And he had one of the best quotes ever when it was the Olympics and they played Team Canada and Team Canada pumped him like 8-1. He's like it was a cage of gorillas and they opened the gate. That's like gotta show respect.
Did he go swimming in that like
in the pond in the fountain
with
in
Stanley
Las
Cup,
Vegas?
right?
Yeah, bro.
You're my hero, buddy.
Yeah, Ovechkin, we love you. Then we got the assists. It's hard to read, so I'll read those out, and then you can fire off the points. Can you see that? Assist?
I already did the points.
No, assists, I mean.
Assists there last, so kinda. So I'm gonna go with McDavid's first with 46 assists. Then we have Patrick Kane with 40. Then we have Marner with 39. Draisaitl with 39, and then McKinnon. I think that's a big drop.
35.
35. Oh.
He was injured for part of the season, so it's good, though, that he's steady rolling. No Kopitar this week, so kind of bummed about that LA all day, but it's all good.
Now we're into news.
Yeah, so that's last night's games, tonight's games, points, goals, assists. As of 2 o'clock this afternoon, 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon. Could be changed now, but 6 Sports, Toe Drag Tuesday, Beat Stick, Jipper Jones here every Tuesday for you. Episode 12. Make sure you like, love, subscribe, tell your friends, spread the word.
Even if you don't like us, we're gonna be here next Tuesday. We're
Yeah.
gonna come every Tuesday. We just like doing this. That's what it is.
And
So-
once we Neuralink it, game over. And if you don't know what that is, figure it out.
Hey, if you don't like us, like, subscribe, and just
Yeah, just subscribe and spread
and then
the word and fuck
we'll get out of here sooner because we can retire.
off. And don't ask us for nothing. All right, so Taylor Hall got traded to the Bruins.
So how do you feel about Taylor Hall? He has three goals this season.
Playing on a shite team, but still, he's a superstar. Like
Boston
all-star
never gave
player.
up a first round pick or nothing. It was second round pick. It wasn't much. They gave up.
I feel like he's one of those players. If you put him with good players, he's going to play better. If you put him with shitty players, he's going to play shitty.
What happened with Edmonton? You had McDavid, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. You had
RNH.
Eberle at the time.
It's all those guys.
So putting good people around him.
Sam Gagner.
Well, that was a young team.
There's too many guys.
Then he went to New Jersey. He had a great season. He was first in points, I believe, that year. Then he got injured for a whole season pretty much with New Jersey on their second year.
Then he went to Phoenix.
Then he went to Phoenix, which then he had a great season. Not really a great season, but he had a
back
moderate.
to normal season kind of thing.
And then they said they didn't need him because he got injured that season again. So they traded him to Buffalo. And then Buffalo,
Sucks.
he hasn't done shit.
Buffalo just sucks.
So as a Leaf fan,
Shout out Taylor Hall, though. I like you, man.
a couple
Took a
weeks
skate to
ago,
the face and you still look all right.
weeks ago, the rumor was him coming to Toronto. Now, to be honest, I was praying to God we didn't get him because if you look at his back doorstep, he's played with every first round pick out there. He has. Hashiri from New Jersey he's played with. Then the other 3 guys, and now Buffalo has what's the defenseman's name? First round pick came out. Dahlin.
Rasmus Dahlin.
Yeah, there's another first round pick. So you have, I almost called him McGregor, but McDavid, you have Nugent Hopkins, you have Eberle, you have
the Russian kid.
Dahlin. How many first round picks do you
Drew
need,
Ann?
man?
Was Drew Ann there? No.
No, he was a first round though. He was a first like number 1 pick in the draft. He's seen every number 1 pick.
That's crazy.
So like, is that a cancer in the locker room or is that just bad sheer luck?
Man, put him with some vets and he'll do good. Watch, he's gonna play well over
Marchand, Bergeron could change him around.
there. Who knows? Well, enough about Hall. Then we got the 3 stars of the week for the NHL. Boom, Hellebuck, my guy, and then our guy, Austin, Pedro, Matthews, half Mexican, half American. Love you, baby. And then what's his name? Something Hintz. Mike Hintz or Miku Hintz. He's European for sure. Finnish, Swedish, something like that.
Most of our hockey pools are done now, so I'm not going to say watch out from your hockey pool, but watch out for them next season.
Unless you're in a playoff hockey pool, then keep listening up.
Smarten up, Pedro. Pietro. You said Mexican. I was
No
like-
free ads. And then we had Palmieri from New Jersey went to the Islanders. He scored his first goal, making an impact. Islanders are a team that I'm
Watch out for.
watch. Yeah, exactly.
Because they have
Canes, Vegas, Colorado, Tampa, Islanders, Leafs. Those are the teams, man.
Islanders
Watch out
have
for those teams, man.
Barzell.
Barzell's amazing.
They lost to Anders Lee. They got Pajot.
Anders Lee, though, he's not like that guy you're like, holy shit, we got to watch out for Anders Lee tonight.
It's captain.
Having a guy like Barzell, though, he could easily fill a captain role, and you could build around him.
Oh, for sure. Easily. So, yeah, he scored his first goal. Then we got Marc-Andre Fleury. He tied Ed Belfour.
Shout out to El Belfour.
Eddie, the
Eagle.
Eagle,
Miss you.
4th all-time in wins for Tendy. That's crazy.
Remember when Ed Belfour, Felix Potvin, and Curtis Joseph took the net of the Leafs? We never had this conversation on who should be in net tonight. It was always like, we know they're the best. They're in net.
Oh, for sure.
I wish we can get rid of the problems we have nowadays.
Yep.
We have good problems, though. Sabres
Minus COVID.
score 2 in 25 seconds
In the third period.
to beat Philly.
We called it last week. Philly's the only team that they're going to beat. Like, bet on freaking Buffalo and they play Philly,
New Jersey,
man.
too.
Fuck off.
They'll
Like,
beat New Jersey.
Philly, man. Like, you're like 3rd, 4th favorite team, man. Figure it out.
They have a lot of good players,
I
too.
know. Yakov, freaking.
They gave a lot of good players over the years, too.
Man,
They gave up a lot.
They got no goaltending, man. Sucks.
They'd rather
Shout
spend
out Ron Hextall, boss.
JVR, too. I miss him.
Oh, yeah, he's a beaut.
Campbell
Yeah,
sets new NHL record, 12 straight wins. Now,
Yeah, he surpassed Carey Price.
I'm as a Leaf fan, I'm gonna be honest. Some of those wins, he was lucky to have a good team in front of him. He was, but at the same time,
A win is a win.
win is a win, and that's something to celebrate. Now, if Anderson was ready to come back tomorrow, I'd let Campbell run with the streak until not the streak, but he lost. But I'd let him run in net until he has a really bad
A
game.
slump, yeah.
Campbell, you're amazing. I like your heart. I heard the locker room talk about you. Everyone's pumped about you. So
Yeah, your interviews after, emotional. We love that because that means you're actually passionate and like involved in embracing the moment, man. And thank you from the 6, especially 6 Sports, Toronto fans. Like, we love Bleed Blue. Shout out Jack Campbell, man.
and we just seen
Set new records. I want some Campbell soup.
we just seen our Raptors win on the championship. Leafs, I've been waiting for 33 years. Not like everyone else,
I'm
but
35. I'm waiting 35 years, man. Fuck.
we're due. Come on, give it to us.
All right, and then Matthews got his 30th with a hat trick.
I know that was
That was a couple nights ago, but that's his 5th straight season scoring 30 goals. And I think there's only 3 other players like Brett Hull and somebody else. I think I said this last week. But now Austin Matthews is sitting at 32 goals. Nasty. 7 goals ahead of like McDavid or whoever's next.
Also, it's a history in the
That's
franchise
crazy,
for the
man.
Leafs to hit this many points this early. I seen that the other day
Thanks.
too.
That's now we got Felipe. Ooh, but
Oh,
I'm
Foligno.
pumped.
Remember we were watching the Columbus series last year? We said, I wish we had
That
Foligno.
guy. Yeah, I wish I had that
hit
guy.
Foligno and Atkinson, I think it was.
Yeah, I can.
Fuck. And then we got Foligno this year, so it's like, okay, there goes one weakness.
Yeah, man.
Buy the trouble. Buy it.
And then we got the Canucks. They finally resumed their season after COVID. There's like 21 people involved in like staff and players, 16 players at least. COVID out. So that's 2 weeks. They're behind.
But here's the thing
but
about the
they're back.
North.
They're
That was we only had 2 teams go through it. I think it was the Canucks in Montreal so far.
Knock on wood. Stay safe, guys. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Take a shower. Do your thing.
We're jabbing people now in Canada with vaccines.
So, like we were talking about Hall earlier, he makes his debut for Boston tonight. So no goals, no nothing yet. But I don't even know if he's playing for sure. But they say he is. And like you were talking about New Jersey, this year
yeah.
that Hall is playing with, he returns to New Jersey tonight. Actually, after a 24-game absence.
We were talking about the other
That's
one,
a lot of games.
Philly. If you guys want a reminder, it was Hashir and Nolan from Philly that were fighting for the top spot that draft year. Now, they're both New Jersey, Philly. You know, they're on rough teams, but they're not the type of player. They're like when you watch Edmonton, that one year they had. I even forgot about him in the first round picks, Yakupov or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
his name
Nail Yakupov. That was the name I was trying
Yeah,
to
that's
remember.
like the Hashir, and like they weren't meant to be the Austin
There at that
Matthews,
time,
the
yeah.
Crosby. If Austin Matthews was in that draft, or if they were in that draft, they'd be drafted probably 20th.
Oh, for sure.
Not first. That was a strong draft year.
It's a 20 type player that's standing in at first.
Yeah. So
Boom. T-shirt. Don't ever take that, all right? Buy it. Buy it. Bing, bang, bong.
Bing, that's a match.
And then the CHL, they canceled the Memorial Cup.
The only thing I hate about when I hear about CHL, AHL getting canceled out is next year when it comes to the rookies being drafted, it's hard to
Set,
judge them.
Yeah,
There's no really
show yourself kind of thing. Yeah.
the scouts are gonna have a hard time telling you
Yeah,
what's going
They
on.
can only watch 3 games instead of 13 games or whatever.
And basing a guy's skill on combine, you can make big mistakes because Austin Matthews in his combine was like ranked like 16th because of the combine, but skills on the ice don't match.
No, exactly.
You can't teach that.
Exactly. Ice presence, or I know exactly what you're talking about.
And drive, you can't teach
Yeah.
drive because champions.
You could say, "Oh, you're out of shape. You're tall, like too short, too tall." Nah, bro. I got the heart of a lion. I know what to do, and I know that I got this.
And
Send
real
it.
champions, they face defeat, and then they look at that defeat and they go, "How do I get better?"
You gotta learn how to lose before you
You
learn how to win.
And that's
Boom!
that
Another
makes the best
T-shirt.
ones.
Don't take it. Copyright.
Think about it. Like every person that you call great lost somewhere before that. Whether it's
trust
the
me-
Brady's, the Jordans, the Gretzky's, whoever it is, they lost somewhere. Don't forget the Brady's, the draft sucked, lost. Jordan, Pistons, lost, sucked. The Gretzky's, how many times? Like they had to protect the guy.
And trust me, the lose sucks way more than the victory of a win.
But
So
then
if you
you-
do lose, you appreciate that win so much more.
And look at perfect guy we were talking about earlier, Ovechkin. The year before that, we were all saying Washington was guaranteed to win that cup. They lost. The next year, we didn't hear nothing about Washington, but they won. You want to know what happened to Ovechkin that year? He tasted it, and it sucked to lose it. And he was like, "No, what? Next year I'm going to come out. I'm going to win it. I don't care."
Gotta learn how to lose before you learn how to win, baby.
And that's how champions are made.
I've been saying that for a decade.
T-shirt idea.
Max
That's how-
Pacioretty, boom. Vegas Golden Knights joins the 300 goal club. Shout out my guy, Patches. Love him. Hated him when he played on Montreal, but Vegas is my fourth
Just
state
about to
team
say
name.
that.
Fuck Montreal, and we love you, Max Pacioretty. And then Tyler Seguin, Brampton boy. That's where we're from, the 6, Bramptonians. He's making his debut for the 2021 season in 2 weeks. So it's not right now, but
At least we got you the information.
yeah. And then King Henrik, the freaking man rocket, Lundqvist. He needs a little more time, but his goal is to come back when Washington's in the playoffs and
Didn't he
be a
just have
backup
heart
goalie.
surgery?
Yeah. He's got a freaking gaping scar like this big, and he was on the ice.
And before you want to go against Lundqvist,
The guy's a boss.
I knew about the heart surgery because a week after the heart surgery, it was 2 weeks after the heart surgery, he came out and he was already on the ice doing
Yeah.
practice shots. He wasn't doing anything like impressive, but
And they're
he's like,
and they're chirping, when are you ready? You gonna be ready? And he's like, I need a little more time.
his freaking
But
heart
my
surgery.
goal is to
Yeah.
be there for Washington when they need me and playoffs. And 2 thumbs up, man. That guy is a freaking
Again, back to
Jam.
the championship
beaut.
championship mentality.
Winners win, bud.
You just had heart surgery, and the first thing is I'm
I
going to
want
be
to
out
get
to
back
15.
on the ice. Yeah.
Do you ever watch The Goon?
Yeah.
Remember when he spits on the floor in the middle of that floor and how much pride he had for that?
Yeah.
That's what champions are made of. Ovechkin, he couldn't go his whole career without a Stanley Cup, so he had to win it. Now you have Lundqvist, I'm not done. You guys are all telling me I'm already done, and now you're begging me to come back because, Samsonov's pretty
Olympic gold, Sweden.
good. Samsonov's pretty good, but Washington does need a backup because there's been a lot of back-to-back games this year because of the season.
But imagine
COVID.
having Lundqvist playing amazing as your backup goalie. Just slap him in there, and he goes and does when they picked Jake Allen in Pittsburgh over Marc-Andre Fleury. Then Marc-Andre Fleury comes out and
Jake Allen's gone.
boom.
Jake Allen's on
That's what I mean.
Ottawa.
But remember when that happened and they picked him over
Yeah.
Fleury, sent him to the Vegas on the new Kraken. What's coming up this
That's
year?
jokes. Jake
Yeah,
Allen
man.
and Murray are both on Ottawa now.
Yeah. So you know where I was going with that.
Oh, but it's funny how you said those two names, and both
Yeah.
those names are on the same
I
team.
mixed them up, but they're on the same team.
Oh man, Jake Allen, that was one of St. Louis's big mistakes because that was a good backup goalie to have. Why would you do that? I hate seeing, and we were talking about Halak earlier. That's a prime example.
COVID, yeah.
We both say fuck Montreal all the time, but Montreal made a big mistake a couple years ago. Price is not reliable. Great goalie, Hall of Famer. I'll give it to him.
He steps up in big pressure games.
But when he
He-
goes down and you don't have that guy in front of that net, you're not going
Your
to win
winning
games.
percentage goes down. Yeah, exactly.
The whole game starts with your goalie out. A lot of people say center ice, but I'm telling you right now,
It starts with the goalie. If you don't have that guy to stop that puck, and don't forget, these guys are shooting 100 miles per hour. If you don't have that goalie that can stop that shot, your game's already done. It's over. Look at Hutchinson with the Leafs. Done. Every time a goalie can't stand out, David Aries came out. He had all that pressure on him. He knew he couldn't.
Ayers, yeah.
He knew he couldn't fuck up that game. We all know that. And that's
It's the way she goes.
it's the beauty of hockey,
Yeah, for sure.
I think Montreal needs a backup goalie. They have Jake Allen in there right now, but he's already been serving as a backup goalie. Now he's serving as a full-time goalie, which that's a lot of pressure, especially in Montreal. We talk about the Toronto media all the time, and the Montreal media is the same way.
They just speak French instead.
The fans are actually worse in Toronto. Because last couple of weeks with the goaltending situation, you went online, you see the fans? Trade Anderson,
Same with Boston fans. Boston fans are saying trade Rask. Like, are these fans dumb? Like,
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Here's the Toronto fans, though. They're all saying, trade Anderson, trade Anderson, trade Anderson. Oh, you can't perform in the first round. Well,
That's
let's
why
look,
we got Campbell. He'll take care of the first. And then
but
Freddie
let's
take
look
care
back
of the
at the
rest.
years he didn't perform in the first round. He still played 74
Amazing.
games out of the 82 fucking season,
Yeah.
right? And then you're going to run down on him because he's burnt out. This is probably the best thing for Anderson, taking that time off, relaxing, getting fully healed.
Healthy, yeah.
And all those fans that said trade
And,
Anderson,
and this is a reality check. Like, Campbell just set a new record, too. Like, this is like, holy fuck, this guy just won 12 in a row. Like, I'm not going to see this crease for another year.
and as a guy who played on many hockey teams, is it really a bad problem to have with two competing goaltenders that could win games?
Nope.
It's probably the best problem we
They
had.
might not like each other, but as long as the team's winning, that's what counts.
So all you guys saying trade Anderson, you have two goalies competing for that net. You want that. You don't want to trade somebody right now. You want them to compete
Battle it out.
for that net because you're going to have the best outcome that way.
You heard it here first. And the last thing I guess we can kind of touch on is we'll talk more about it on Saturday, but Minnesota, like, smack your face emoji, like, not again. All the MLB games, NBA games, and NHL games are all postponed after,
A shooting.
yeah.
So here's the one thing that a lot of people get wrong. I actually corrected a few people on my Facebook because they're a bit ignorant about it. They said, oh, the MLB, the NBA, and all these teams are
Watch
close.
what you say now.
Yeah, I know. They're saying all the games are postponed because of the shooting. You're wrong. Every single organization has come out and they said it was for the safety of the players. Because, when these shootings happen, there's going to be riots.
Loco, yeah.
There are going to be riots. People inside that building, there's a tension. The riot crowd might hurt somebody. So, shout out to the owners. It's a good postpone. I agree.
Yep. And that's all we're going to say about that.
Safety comes first. Players, coaches, anybody. Even the guys on the street. I hope you guys are safe. That's all.
Yeah. Be safe. Be smart. Stay inside. Just,
And all I have to say
That's
about
it.
the whole situation is I hope the right justice occurs for that individual that did whatever. I'm not even fully knowledgeable in the situation. I just want the right justice to happen.
yeah.
Um,
None of this stuff should be going on in the first place, but
We're all
Who are
brothers.
we to say anything? We voice our opinions, and we're not going to say much. We'll touch more base on that on Saturday.
We're all humans. He's
Toe
my
Drag
brother.
Tuesday.
He's my brother.
Hockey.
You're my brothers and
Hockey,
sisters.
hockey, hockey.
We love you.
Alexa, play the good old hockey game for the people.
Here's the
Our
hockey
Six Sports
song
people.
by
Our Toe
Stomping
Drag
Tom
people.
Connors
Toe
on
Drag
Amazon
Tuesday. Not Taco Tuesday because he doesn't like it. And you know what that means?
We're
He's
out.
one, I'm two.
And we're out.
Episode